Hello, I'm Brian Wingard. In this episode here from CARP, we're going to be doing a bait bomb recipe. You can find that in the article in www.uscarppromagazine.com. Basically, we're using the Gardner bait bomb. This here is a 30mm size, but all the recipes in the magazine are using the larger 40mm size, a little bit larger bait. For this recipe here, you're going to need 8 slices of white bread, including the crust. Just any generic, whatever you want to use, that's fine. We're going to have powdered milk. That's just a generic brand. What that's going to do is add a clouding effect to the bait as it breaks. We're going to use a half a pack of, this flavor here is a blackberry fusion Jello, just using half a pack of that. The sugar in it is actually going to help the bait bind together when we microwave it. See, we have some chopped peanuts. Got a bag of these courtesy of the baitstop.com. And I'm going to use that. That's just going to leave a particle behind after it breaks down. Okay, basically we're just going to start out. You're going to take 4 loaves of bread, stick it in the blender. Just stick it in there. You're going to add your powdered milk. Just dump it in, have it spread around a little bit. And we're going to add our half a pack of Jello. I already poured out half of this. And basically that's just going to add a scent, and like I said, the sugar is going to help it bind up together once we microwave it. And now I'm going to just put the lid on, blend this up. We don't add the peanuts in until later because you don't want them chopped anymore. We'll just add those after this is all blended up. So here we go. As you can see, that only took about 10 seconds. And since you really can't fit 8 pieces all in here together, so then we just add the remaining 4 pieces. Space them out a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to break. Okay, put the lid back on, continue blending. What you'll see is it'll actually start coming up the walls of this. You'll know it's done then. It kind of pushes it to the outer edge. And sometimes you have to reposition the bread a little bit because it doesn't break down right away. Okay, as you can see, you know it's done when the mix goes from the center out to the sides, it spreads up the walls there. You know you're done blending when that happens. Okay, now we're just going to put it in a bowl here. Let me go grab a bowl and I'll be right back. Okay, I just emptied out the mix here. As you can see, it's blended up real nice. And I already added my 1/4 cup of peanuts from the bait stop. Mixed them up real well. Mix them thoroughly throughout the mix. And if you look at this here, it's at this point spongy. It'll pack, but you can see it breaks real easy. So it just breaks real easy. Once we put that in the microwave, that's going to bond together really well. So basically what I got to do now is my bait bomb. Here's where it lines up. You have a groove in the side. It just lines up every time, so it's just lines up like that, presses down. Okay, we're just going to fill this up. Cut my hands around it just so you don't spill as much. You're still going to spill some just because it is a little messy. That's why I have the pizza pan down here in the bottom. Fill to the top, don't really compress it at this point. Grab the top part, line it up with the groove, press down, easy as that, and just slowly pop it out the end here. Okay, gently pull that off, and you're done. Here's a hole on the end. You have a slot right here for where your line goes, and then the top just has a real tiny hole. Okay, pop out a few of those. Usually I'll make 8 to 10, depending on all of my recipes show how many I put in the microwave at one time. Most of the batches will make about 8 to 15, depending on what mix you make. This one here, because the spread will actually compress a little bit more. Okay. Another reason is, like I said, it's going to make a mess. That way if it's on a pizza pan, it's easy to clean up. Just put it back in the bowl, make some more. Okay, press that down. Pop out the end, pull off. There you go. Now I have one here. As you can see, this opening's real wide. What you want to do is, after you get all these made, you put on a microwavable plate. Don't use the metal, of course. Press that together, put on your plate, microwave it for whatever time is specified. These ones here, I believe, were for a minute. And go ahead and microwave them. And let them sit for about a minute because they're still going to be a little bit hot. And after a minute, you'll see like I said here, the opening's going to expand. At that point, pick them up real gently because they're very soft still. Squeeze them together so they're touching. So the two sections are touching together. Put them back down. They'll still be sticky at that point. After about 10 more minutes, just get a spatula. They'll be stuck to the bottom usually. Just got to pry them up a little bit and they'll be perfect. This one here, you can barely see the opening. That's going to be great because your line won't pop out of there. If the opening's too wide, chances are it's going to fly off in the cast. And how you do this, you have the hole at the end. You either put the hook into the bait, or if your bait's small enough, you can actually slide it into the hole. So you get your line, your hook length, and you can see where it'll be a little bit tough pressing it down into, not real tough, but you can see it's going to hold in place. The line just slid down through the slot, and you pull it right there. Now since I'm using two boilies here, I'm just going to put the hook into the bait, press into the bait. It's going to stay on the end just like that. Not going to come off, it will hold in there tight. Then the top part, I just pull the line into the bait just a little bit. This is going to ensure when I do a hard cast, it's not going to come flying off. So here you go, the Gardner bait bomb. And I hope these recipes are useful for you. There's 4 recipes in www.uscarppromagazine.com. And I hope these work out great for you. I hope it puts more carp on the mat for you. Thanks. Until next time, I'm Brian Wingard signing off.